How's it going, everyone? Alright, so today we're going to do a review on the A6M5 High, which is the newest Zero that Gaijin recently released a couple of days ago. So I've had a couple of days to try it out now, and I gotta say that I'm actually more disappointed with this Zero than anything else. I was really excited that it was coming out, but after playing it for a couple of days now, it's actually not what I expected. So let's go ahead and dive into some of the cons on this thing. So the first one that I noticed was that it's super slow. It almost feels like flying a bomber. There was a couple of times where I was taken off from the airfield, carrying maybe one of the bombs, and it seemed like it took forever to even get up to speed. And then the climb rate was horrible as well. And so that was one of my biggest pet peeves with this, is that it's just so slow. I mean, given that the Zeros are already slow the way it is, this just took it to a whole new level of slow. It loses so much speed in a turn and in a short climb, like even if you're just doing a loop, and it's just super disappointing as far as the speed. The next one, I would have to say that the rockets really suck. Like, I've tried out all of the rockets, and they don't penetrate anything at this BR. Like, there's been times where actually multiple times that I've scored multiple direct hits, and it doesn't do anything. Even when the damage cam comes up on the top right corner, it just shows that it didn't penetrate anything, and I was deeply disappointed with it. I was actually expecting to get some decent kills with the rockets, but so far I have not gotten anything. The only one I've gotten so far in the past couple of days was just getting a light vehicle with it. But if I was gonna go after a light vehicle, I might as well just use my machine guns and my cannons. Like, it does the job way better than the rockets actually do. So yeah, so I think those are the two things that I noticed that really sucked about this plane. But alright, so let's go ahead and get into some of the pros on it. So the first one is probably the obvious one, and it's probably going to be the firepower. So I think that the additional higher caliber machine guns are actually a good addition to it. I've gotten into multiple dogfights where I've used just the machine guns, and they actually work pretty well. So I was actually quite impressed with that. The next one is that it still turns pretty well in a dogfight. Not as good as your most typical Zero, but it still actually does pretty well. So I was actually quite surprised on how well it still turns, given that the turn rate, based on the numbers that they actually put in, it turns out like about 20 seconds for the turn time compared to your regular Zero, which is at 16. But having quite a few dogfights with it, it seems to me like it still turns quite well. However, you do have to use your combat flaps, so enable for it to keep up with a lot of the other things at this BR. So I would say that overall, I would give this plane maybe a 3 out of 5. That's just based on my opinion. I've been flying the Zero for as long as the game has been out, and I kind of know the ins and outs of this plane, and just trying this one out, I was actually quite disappointed with it. I was expecting a lot more, but I can understand and I can see why Gaijin would take off some of its maneuverability due to the additional machine guns and the higher caliber and it being able to carry rockets and so forth. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. This is just my take on the new Zero. So if you see what you like or you hear what you like, then please hit the subscribe, click likes, leave comments. I'm pretty new to making videos, so please support by subscribing. Alright, thank you.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.